What's up YouTube, it's Jared or the Fellow Linguist, and I've got another weapon video here where I'll run through the stats and give my personal opinion on the gun. So today we're going to be talking about the F2000. Now before we get into that, just an update on my last video. I went ahead and got premium thanks to a suggestion from Lambcloven96 and Gentlay. So I bought the premium edition of the game and traded in my Battlefield 3 copy for a $20 credit. So effectively I paid $49 for premium, as well as a brand new disc and case as well. So thanks guys. Alright, now there are plenty of YouTubers who have done weapon reviews and run through statistics, so I've decided I would only do videos on my favourite guns. In my last weapon video, I covered the A91, which is currently my favourite engineer kit weapon, and the F2000 has been my go-to assault kit weapon as of late. I absolutely love this gun, and I always have a heap of fun using it. So the F2000 is a Belgium manufactured bullpup assault rifle, which is unlocked at a score of 124,000 for the assault class, and it's available for both factions, so whether you're playing as the US or Russia. Now it has two fire modes at either fully automatic or semi-automatic, and it has a magazine capacity of 30 rounds plus one in the chamber, similar to the majority of the assault rifles in Battlefield 3. Now this weapon has a high rate of fire at 850 rounds per minute, which makes it the third fastest fire rate in the assault class. The high fire rate absolutely tears through enemies, but it can also get you into a bit of trouble. Okay, now DICE actually slightly reduced the reload time on this weapon in the last patch, which definitely seems to have improved, as previously it was horrible. So the F2000 has a fairly average reload time, which doesn't really tend to stand out. It has a reload time of 2.50 seconds with rounds left over, but if you completely empty the magazine, which, mind you, is very easy with the high fire rate, it adds a whole extra second to your reload at 3.50 seconds, which is one of this gun's downfalls. Now because it has such a high rate of fire, it spits out a magazine very quickly, so I often get caught out with that slower reload time. In terms of damage, it inflicts a maximum damage from point blank to 8 meters of 25 damage. That starts to drop off between 8 and 50 meters, and has a minimum damage of 18.4 at 50 meters and beyond, which is consistent with all the guns in the assault class, except of course for the G3A3, which, as we all know, likes to do its own thing. Now, its upward recoil is very similar to guns such as the M16A3 or M416, which pull upwards at 0.26 degrees per round, but it has fairly high horizontal recoil as well, at 0.5 degrees to the left and 0.4 degrees to the right, which gives it a pretty large spread pattern. Now to counter this, you can run the Foregrip, which will bring the side-to-side recoil down to 0.375 to the left and 0.3 to the right. Now as for Hipfire, it's one of the better weapons in the assault class and has a comparable spread with the KH2002, the AUG and the L85A2, so you can have a lot of fun spraying down enemies. At longer ranges, the F2000 does get the job done, as long as you burst or tap fire it, but at times it lacks some ability which can be frustrating, so I would say it's definitely best suited to close to medium range battles. Aesthetically, I think this gun looks awesome, like some sort of sci-fi laser gun. It's small and compact for an assault rifle because of its bullpup design, and I think it looks somewhat futuristic with its rounded edges and that odd grip. Now, if you're a premium player, there are also two weapon camos, so you've got the navy blue digital camo, and also by completing the F2000 specialist assignment, you can unlock the woodland oak camo as well. And that's easily done by getting 100 kills with the weapon, 50 squad revives, and 20 kills with the M26 mass. Now, I actually don't mind the iron sights on the F2000, I find it very usable, however it never hurts to slap on a Kobra or a red dot sight. Now, in terms of attachments, the F2000 has 11 optical unlocks, including the holographic, Kobra, reflex, ACOG, M145, PKA, PKAS, PKA 7 times, PSO 1, infrared, and also the rifle scope. As for underbarrel attachments, you've got the tactical light, laser sight, foregrip, and also the bipod. And barrel attachments include the suppressor, heavy barrel, and the flash suppressor. My attachments choices for the F2000 are the red dot sight, flash suppressor to hide my muzzle flash, plus also to take the edge off the upward recoil, and the foregrip to reduce the side-to-side recoil. Now, I tend to change the attachments I run based on the situation and the map. So, for example, on a larger map, I might run the heavy barrel to improve medium to long range accuracy and damage, but on a close quarters map, I would run with the laser sight to complement the hipfire. However, I tend to steer clear from any other optics besides the Kobra and the red dot. I did give the holographic sight a go, and I just couldn't stand it, but you know, that's personal preference. So, if you play to the strengths of the F2000, it can be a very dangerous weapon with the ability to down an enemy before they even get the opportunity to aim down sight. It's got great hipfire, a high fire rate, and it's an absolute beast at close to medium range. Although it can be a bit sporadic and hard to control at longer ranges, burst firing the weapon and using the attachments to your advantage will counter that. Now, try to avoid emptying your magazine so you don't get caught with that slower reload time, and make sure you're running a reliable handgun in your loadout as well. Okay guys, well, we're coming towards the end of the video here, so I hope this has been informative, and if you haven't used the F2000 before, hopefully you can incorporate it on the battlefield, as it's a really fun gun to use. I really hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button, and be sure to leave a comment and let me know what you think. If you'd like to see more videos in the future, please subscribe and stay tuned. Peace.